How did the geometry teacher and the track coach wake up their son? They say it's time to rise and run. And speaking of rise and run, we will be talking about slope. So what is slope? The slope describes how steep a line is. And you can use any 2 points to determine what the slope is. So when you look, it's usually described as the rise. So how far up or down you have to go from your first point, to the run, how far horizontally it is to the next point. So rise over run. We actually have a standard equation for this when we use coordinate geometry. So when we have points x1 and y1 and x2 and y2, we can say the rise is how far up the y-coordinate changes from here to here. So that would be y2 minus y1. And how far the x-coordinate changes from here all the way to here. And that would be the x2 minus x1. There are a couple different types of slope. Positive slope, which means it goes up from left to right. Negative slope means it goes down from left to right. Zero slope, that means it's a horizontal line that does not go up or down. An important thing to know for this is that the equation is often y equals a number. Y equals the y-intercept, or y equals b. Then last but not least is undefined slope. This is for a vertical line, and the equation is actually not y equals, but x equals wherever it crosses the x-axis right there. So let's take a look at our example here. We want to find the slope of AB and also AC, AD, and DC. So here's AB. And you can see that it's a horizontal line. So if you're looking at the table we already had, you can see that we don't go up any. It's 0 rise over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 run. 0 divided by 5 is 0. So again, a horizontal line with 0 slope. The next line is a little more interesting. It is a line going down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use point A and point C to find the slope. So I'm using the formula from our math chart, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is this point right here. So you can see it's up 2. Minus y1 up here, that's at 7. So 2 minus 7 over. x2 is at 4, and x1 is at negative 2. 4 minus negative 2 is 6. Now, this next line, MAD, is undefined. So let me go ahead and just get a slightly different color here. That would be this line right here. It's going straight up and down, so it's a vertical slope. And there's the rise is everything. The run is 0, and if you try to even put that in your calculator, it would balk and say, I don't know what you're talking about, which is why we say this slope is undefined. Last but not least, we have the DC, segment DC, and if we were looking at the slope of this segment here, so I can, oops, let me go ahead and change the color here. And so you can see this segment right here is DC. So we should have a positive slope. I actually marked here what y2 is 2. y1 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. x2 is 4. x1 is negative 2. And when I subtract 4 minus negative 2, I get 6. So the slope for this line is 1/6, 1 over 6.